All right, let's dive into the golf swing. Today, we're breaking it down into 9 distinct checkpoints, all based on the fantastic work of Coach Henrik Jentsch. This is all about building a swing that's not just powerful, but efficient, and, most importantly, repeatable by understanding what he calls the middle core philosophy. Ready to build a better swing? Let's get to it. We've all had that feeling, right? One swing feels absolutely perfect, fluid, connected, powerful, and the ball just launches. And then the very next one feels like, well, a chaotic jumble of arms and legs going everywhere. You're left standing there thinking, what just happened? The difference, more often than not, is just one thing: connection. So what if you had a blueprint to create that connected feeling every single time? Well, that blueprint starts right here with this idea of the middle core golfer. Now, this isn't about being a certain size or shape. It's all about how you move. It's about building a swing where your upper and lower body are working together in perfect harmony, creating this beautiful rotational balance instead of just trying to muscle the ball. This concept is the key to everything we're about to look at. First up, the backswing. Now, this part of the swing isn't just about lifting the club to the top. No, this is where you build the entire foundation for your power and consistency. Get this phase right, and believe me, the rest of the swing becomes so much easier. So we're going to break the backswing down into 4 key positions, or Ps, as they're often called in golf instruction. We'll start at P1, the address, and work our way step by step to P4, the very top of the swing. Okay, P1, the address. The whole goal here is to get into a state of ready. You want a nice athletic setup with your weight feeling balanced right over the middle of your feet. This gives you a super stable base so you're not swaying around later. Your arms should just be hanging naturally, totally relaxed. And here's a great little tip. Keeping your chin slightly up actually frees up your shoulders to make a full, unrestricted turn. Next is P2, the start of the swing. The magic words here are one-piece takeaway. I want you to imagine a triangle formed by your arms and your shoulders. The goal is to move that entire triangle away from the ball as one single unit. There's no early wrist hinge, no yanking the club inside. It's just a smooth, wide, connected start that puts the club on the perfect path from the very beginning. By the time we get to P3, when your lead arm is parallel to the ground, you should really start to feel your body coiling up like a spring. I love this idea of a coiled frame. Your torso and your hips are turning together, storing up all that potential energy. Your trail elbow is starting to fold, but, and this is key, it stays right in front of your body. Keeping it there is a huge checkpoint that prevents the club from getting stuck behind you, keeping you balanced and on plane. And here we are at P4, the top of the swing. This slide shows the secret sauce, the X factor. It's all about the separation between your upper and lower body. Just look at those numbers. Your shoulders have turned about 90 degrees, but your hips have only turned about half that much. That difference, that stretch across your core, creates a massive amount of torque. It's basically the engine of your golf swing, just waiting to be unleashed. Okay, we've built the connection. We've stored all that energy. Now for the fun part, delivering that power into the back of the golf ball. This is where all that fantastic work in the backswing really pays off. The downswing sequence really comes down to 3 critical moments: that initial transition from the top, the position when the club gets parallel to the ground on the way down, and of course, the moment of truth itself, impact. P5 is all about that transition. And honestly, this is where so many golfers get it wrong. The big mistake is pulling down hard with the arms and hands. The middle core swing is different. It starts from the ground up. It's a smooth, sequenced rotation of your lower body and core that lets the club just drop into the perfect slot. This preserves all that precious wrist lag, which is a major source of your clubhead speed. Now we're at P6. The club is parallel to the ground again, but this time on the way down. Think of this position as your final delivery check. Your hands should be leading the club head, and your arms should still feel totally connected to your rotating chest. If you can get to this spot consistently, you are on the fast track to a powerful on-plane strike. And there it is, P7, impact. But look closely. This isn't a violent collision. It's a dynamic release of energy. You can see the hands are slightly ahead of the ball, which creates that pure, compressed strike. The hips have already opened up to the target, clearing space for the arms to fly through. And that lead leg is braced, providing a stable post to rotate against. That right there is a picture of pure, efficient power transfer. But hey, The swing doesn't just stop at impact. A great follow-through isn't something you force or pose for. It's the natural, beautiful results of a well-sequenced motion. In many ways, your finish tells the true story of the swing that came before it. So, let's look at the final two positions. These are going to show us how a proper release of energy flows into a perfectly balanced finish. Right after the ball is gone, at P8, we see this connected release. Both arms are extending fully down the target line, feeling wide and free. This is proof that you haven't tried to flip or manipulate the club with your hands. Instead, your rotating body has simply carried the club through the ball, creating a powerful and straight release of energy. And finally, we arrive at P9, the finish. This position should feel completely effortless and balanced. Your chest is facing the target, all of your weight is on your lead foot, and you're standing up nice and tall. If you can hold this pose without stumbling, that's the ultimate sign that your entire swing was driven by great rhythm and coordination, not just a frantic effort from your arms. This quote from Henrik Jentsch just sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. It's not about being the strongest person on the range. It's about achieving a swing defined by those three things: connection, rotational balance, and a consistent swing plane. That's the real secret to getting repeatable results. So as we wrap this up, take a second to think about your own swing. Which of these 9 checkpoints really jumped out at you? Which one feels like it could unlock a whole new level of consistency in your game? Remember, these aren't just 9 random poses. They're a connected sequence, a complete blueprint for building a swing you can finally trust.